This is the fourth video in this series. It started with the first video of strategic failures, then moved to what a successful business should look like, and on to an explanation of the large number of alternatives to evolving retail. According to the Harvard Business Review paper, Making the Leap to a Digital-First Enterprise, 92% of executives say that now is a unique opportunity to capitalize on the digital acceleration. This video looks at what forward-thinking folks, much smarter than me, have identified as to what retailers are doing in 2021. So I did a survey of these predictions to compile this video. I am the Wizard of Pause. To quickly recap, in the strategic failures video, I covered the details over these 7 failure areas, starting with the set of wrong strategies, followed by having the wrong people in the wrong places, then moving on to the human nature where people resist changes. The next area is a lack of focus where a company is trying to do too many things at the same time. As we move around the circle, unclear objectives come up. Here there are unrealistic goals or failures to execute. Moving on, we talk about communication failures. This is one of the key solution components of the IVRA model. I like the next one where plan for plan's sake means creating great plans on paper, then putting them on the shelf. And the last circle is failure to account for business as usual. As one moves to a new strategy, don't forget, you still have to sell stuff just to exist. The business success video, the second one, is about creating an inherently stable closed-loop IVRA model. This model solves many of the problems identified in the strategic failure video. To find out more details about the model, they're in the IVRA Interactive Virtual Unified Retail Model video. I always like technology. So in the Evolving Retail video, the third one in the series, it's all about things that can be done to enhance the identified areas. There's an enormous number of different options, and the video in no way encourages one to do them all. See, lack of focus. But following the IVRA model, after one defines a strategy and appropriate value streams, one can then grab appropriate pieces identified here. Just like the Starship Enterprise move into the future, these ideas can help you move into the future. So that brings us to this area. While researching what experts are saying will be the focus of 2021, I've sorted them into these 10 areas. I will explore each of them in the next 10 views, starting with inventory management, moving to omnichannel, sustainable business models, problem resolution, returns, always a big headache, virtual reality, it's kind of cool, mobile, security, talent management, and the big one, predictive analytics. In the inventory management area, retailers in 2021 are going to first focus on optimizing their inventory. Minimizing excess inventory is closely related to optimizing it because what do you do with the excess? That's where you have to take discounts and cost you money. That's also tied to avoiding overproduction, and this is where the AI world comes in to help you figure out what is the right amount of production. The proper layout and location is a huge thing in today's world because your customers want the items today. They don't want to wait tomorrow. So you've got to have the items in the right place and in the right layout to efficiently supply your customers with what they're looking for. Supporting direct-to-consumer is another area in the inventory management world where your suppliers are able to directly sell things to their customers. And then finally having a flexible supply chain. This is really especially important in dealing with making sure that you don't have an overproduction. You don't have excess inventory in one location and a lack of inventory in another location. So getting that stuff moved around through the supply chain is huge. All of this has a heavy use of AI to help make you make proper decisions. Omnichannel. That's the big focus of this year. Millennials, Gen X, Gen Z, etc. They all grew up playing video games, so for them to add buying online is a normal extension to what they regularly do. The virus drove the rest of the world to bringing online shopping into their shopping behavior. As such, they have overcome the fear and it has now become a normal shopping model. For retailers, because of their traditional retail architecture, migrating from this traditional model to a BOPUS architecture is a huge challenge. Traditionally, it takes years to roll out a new point-of-sale system to all the retailer's store, but in the modern world, this must happen in hours, not in months. On top of that, modifying store operations to be able to give the customer the items they ordered in a timely manner is hugely challenging. The end result of this is Omnichannel is here to stay. But on top of that, bringing it into the modern other components, such as those listed in the video, moves this to a unified commerce world. So check out the Create Omnichannel or BOPUS Present YouTube video. Building a sustainable business model today is important. Because of the virus's impact on retail, retailers who are unable to change directions on a dime has become incredibly visible. This is shown by companies like Walmart, Amazon, and Target, who are able to keep their customers satisfied. But for companies to succeed, they need to move towards a digital-first mindset, which is a real challenge because of their information is based on a siloed world. The problem is that many retailers are stifled by their own success. That is, they grew up from a small retailer by adding capability along the way, and thus they've created this siloed retail model. Changing direction is incredibly difficult because no one knows what is going on in every silo. As I said, for large retailers, rolling out a new point-of-sale system can take years. This problem gets more complicated because in addition, different stores can be on different POS systems at different versions. And even different versions of each POS system has to connect with other applications like the inventory management system. This is where moving to a modern agile model helps solve this problem. With the agile system, adding, changing, and removing capability becomes easily doable. Companies that don't innovate fast enough for their customer will lose them to the competition. You can check out some of the details on this in the Retail Technology Architecture video. Problem resolution is a critical component of keeping your customers happy. Because of the time it takes, reaching a customer service person is a real challenge. Many people drop the call before actually talking to someone. This is where chatbots come into play. They can be used to respond quickly to a customer and in many cases solve their problem quickly. This moves customer service people to a second level in managing their customer interaction. The current problem with chatbots is they sound mechanical, so customers can consider this an insult. That is, they are important enough to talk to a human. Now this is slowly being resolved. And there's more on this in Customer in a Unified Commerce World video. Returns are the bane of retail. They're nothing more than an expense. First, there's the lost revenue associated with returning the customer's money. And if the item was purchased on the web and returned to the store, the returned money comes from the profits of the store. Then there's the expense of dealing with the returned item itself. Ideally, the returned item is ready for resale and can be put back on the shelf. However, most returns have been opened and are therefore some sort of work has to be done to make them resellable. This means moving the return back to the warehouse and ultimately to the supplier or shipping it off to another resale store that specializes in selling returned items, or moving it to a discount store. All of these options are simply expenses. Please look at the Returns Management with Business Architecture video to learn more. Virtual reality. This is a really cool one. I saw a very early version of this at one of the national retail shows several years ago. The idea is you can pick an item, look at a mirror, and the software will put the item on your reflection. Therefore, you can see the item without actually trying it on. In today's world, this can be invaluable in helping sell an item to someone sitting on their couch at home. Speaking of couch, the current versions can place an item, the couch, within your home so you can see how cool it looks in your living room. There's a video analytics retail YouTube that goes into a lot of other options you can do with video. Everybody has a mobile phone today, and using the mobile to purchase important items like toilet paper is critical no matter where you are. So you can order and pay for the items while you're in the car, or at the lake, or at home, or even in the retailer's store, and post your purchase directly to their point of sale system. There's a digital receipt video to show how to send a digital receipt to the customer's web or email. Security is huge and underlines everything in retail. Basically, it's about making sure your customer's information is secure no matter what touch point they use. But on top of securing the touch point, being able to recover if there is some sort of breach. This is the core to the customer having confidence in you. Check out the security in retail video. Boy, talent management, that's kind of the biggest expense in retail. So how do you attract good people? How do you keep good people? How do you increase the associates' productivity? And how do you incorporate your associates right into your business processes? Check out the video from good to great. And of course, the big one for today is using artificial intelligence to do predictive analytics. You want to be able to predict the future by analyzing behavior from the past. AI helps create data-informed insights into what customers like and don't like, and how they may behave in the future. In addition, it helps you figure out what is working, where to double down, and what isn't working. It helps you understand your customers' purchasing behavior. It helps you personalize their shopping experience. It helps you address customers' needs based on where they are in the customer journey. It helps create recommendations, helping the customer find things they never knew they needed, and to help funnel options to a customer at relevant times in their shopping journey. And it increases the efficiency and reduces the cost of supply chain, inventory, pricing, and so on. Check out the artificial intelligence retail video. Contact me to help you with your move into 2021. I am the Wizard of Pause. Let my team significantly improve getting your online sale safely out the door. I am Richard Halter, richard.halter@cox.net. Thank you.